Big VTV Monday night Youth League recap, round 2, done and dusted. Steve and Craig at the desk with you. Craig, round 2 is over. There's a few teams that are struggling at the moment, yet to get off the mark without a win, but on the opposite end of that, some teams absolutely flying out of the gates.
Yeah, I was able to get out to a couple of games this weekend and some great things to see. Big crowds all over the place, which was awesome, and no Justin Nelson on show today.
That's right. It's always good when the big man in the middle is vacant. It's good to see the gap. We can all see the television. Yeah. Everyone that's watching the show can see the big screen.
It's probably the number one complaint the show gets. You can't see the screen half the time.
Absolutely. Let's kick right into Youth League 2 Women from round 2. There are the results on screen, which you can see. Pakenham defeated Blackburn 72-53. There's a couple of handy players from the Warriors that got over the line.
Yeah, Ali Cooch just keeps putting up numbers. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists and 5 steals. Chloe Mass as well with 24 points leading Pakenham over there.
Yeah, 11 of 16 from the field too. Not bad. Blackburn, Isabella Nolan had the 10 points, 1 field goal attempt, made it, but also had all 8 of 8 from the free throw line. It's interesting.
If you don't miss, it's not too bad of a game, is it? But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, if you're 1 from 1, keep shooting. Southern Peninsula 67 knocked over Whittlesea 64, but they nearly let it slip, didn't they?
Yeah, they're up 18 at 1 point. Up 1 with 2 minutes left. Gemma Simon going to be a star of the future. She had 17 points for Southern Pen. Paige Price, another star of the future. Both of those players made the under-16 Victorian country team. Yeah,
good to see. Indy Bodley 16 and 3 steals for Whittlesea. Hayley Wines 16 points, 19 rebounds, continuing her good form from round 1. Casey put on an absolute clinic over in Sherbrooke, 120-48. It was 61-16 at half-time. Lauren Tuplin, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 steals. Steph Leclerc, 10 points, 8 assists, and a whopping 11 steals.
Yeah, you got to go and chase 2 assists there. You got to get a triple-double if you've picked up 11 steals, but what a great effort from Casey. It was spread around. Scoring was spread. Sherbrooke, wow, got to be reeling after that.
Yeah, it just wasn't their day there. Werribee knocked over Mornington 76-55. CBL had a big game, 38 points, 13 rebounds and 5 steals. In the final game, Western Port and Frankston, we don't have a score available as of yet, but certainly stick to bigv.com.au, or if you're at the game, let us know. Let us know via Facebook in the comments section. Let's move to Youth League 2 men. There are the results up on screen. Frankston went to Craigieburn, went down by 31. Abraham Solano 24 and Dut 22 points and 9 rebounds there. Chelsea knocked over Wallen by just a 4.
Yeah, Cooper Pratt leading the way there with 19 and 13. Rowan Milligan as well with 15 and 16. Some big numbers coming up early in the youth leagues we're seeing from individuals.
Very much so. Like the look of Pakenham this past weekend. Went to Latrobe, got the job done by a good margin.
Yeah, Brad Watson did all he could for Latrobe there, scoring 30 points and picking up 11 boards. But a real good team effort from Pakenham. Lee Bolton leading the way with 28 points.
Mornington down 15 at half-time at home. Got the job done by 4, 72-68 over Whittlesea. Lockie Bazik, 26 points, 14 rebounds and 3 dimes. Matt Attard had 20 for Whittlesea. Mornington got the job done at Maccabi by 1 solitary point.
Yeah, Maccabi led by Idan Shamis with 24 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists, stuffing the stat sheet. Eden Tenneberg with 17 points as well. For Mornington, Eddie Swan hit a go-ahead jumper with 11 seconds remaining, but Maccabi were able to get over the line.
Collingwood's Athian Manuel and Can Tap, 17 points, 16 points respectively, got the job done over Keesey. Johnny Selhurst with 28 points there. Melton and Western Port, it took overtime to separate the two there.
It took overtime, and then it was a 9-point win for Melton, which you don't normally see, something that big in overtime. Bowl back with a huge game, 38 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists and 3 steals.
Absolute monster over the last couple of weeks. Running mate Fernando Rios Rodriguez had 26 and 6 steals himself. Ben Perry 29, Damien Pace 22 and 13. And finally, Whittlesea got the goods over Chelsea. Gabe Evans, 14 points for the Pacers. Let's look at Youth League 1 women now with some results up on your screen. Corio Bay got the job done on the road to Chelsea by a handy margin.
Do we mention names here? I don't want to give away too many media finds. I know early up, it hasn't been looking good for one person in particular.
Well, not at all. 23-5 third quarter in Corio Bay's favour. One of our favourites who we usually mention, 32 points and 5 rebounds for the Stingrays, but we'll help her out this week because Carly Villerman had 6 points and 17 rebounds, and Emma Wilkinson had 9 points and 12 rebounds for the Rays. Abby McNamara, 21 for Chelsea. Corio got the W.
Yeah, last time I saw her at awards night, she complained that we said her name too much, so we better get some thanks this time around.
Absolutely. Geelong at home didn't get over the line to Keilor, 76-58 in the Thunder's favour. It all started in the first quarter.
Yeah, we saw a 30-7 first quarter for Keilor. Geez, they've looked good to open up this season. Carly Sanders was big for Geelong though with 23 and 18.
Good stat line for her, Amelia Varlado, 21 points and 6 rebounds for the Thunder. Sunbury and Camberwell had a Youth League 2 Women's Grand Final rematch from a couple of years ago. They've both made the jump to Youth League 1 Women. Sunbury, too good on this occasion.
Yeah, led by your girl Agnes from the Hangers, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Emily Actor, the actor, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. She stuffs a stat sheet every weekend.
She really does. Craigie Byrne, 6-point winners over Chelsea with an extra 5 minutes to be played there. Shona Brooks, 24 and 12. Jess Vandervelden, 18 and 10. Chloe Brenzak had 25, 13 and 3 blocks as well. Geelong got the goods of Eltham on the road, 68-42. Amy Troy, 18 points. Jamie Crombie, 16 points. And finally, Keilor got the best of McKinnon.
Yeah, fairly comfortably. They jumped out of the blocks well too, up 10 after the first quarter. Katie Byrne with 16 points, 6 rebounds and 4 steals. Amelia Velado with 16 and 4. Carly Crancer with 9.6 rebounds and 10 steals.
Emma Crease, 13. Tamara Booth, 11 and 13 for the Cougars. Let's look at Youth League 1 men now. Some results on your screens at the moment. Geelong, 2-point winners over Coburg.
Yeah, Josh Hendel with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Josiah King with 16 and 8, leading Geelong by only 2 points over Coburg there.
Sunbury, 11-point winners over Camberwell off the back of Kyle Collins and Ivan Loncharic. 17 points for him, 21 for Collins. Tommy Moncrief, the lone hand for the Dragons, with 17 points there. Warrandyte went to Bendigo, couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, just lacked a little bit of depth in this game. Warrandyte there. 2 stars came to play. Cody Perry Alambi had 29 and 9, and Justin Roden Black with 19. 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Just needed a third, a fourth, and a fifth wheel to get over the job. Sam Becks leading Bendigo with 25 and 12.
Camberwell haven't had the best start to the season. Dropped another couple on the weekend. The second was at home to Waverley. Sean Atkins, 19 points for the Dragons. Cody Fredrickson and Nathan Malloy playing well for the Falcons. Corio Bay went down at home.
Yeah, it was a great game. Great effort from Sunbury, getting them by 10 points. Dylan Donnelly did all he could with 20 points for Corio, but Nathan Baker, huge for Sunbury with 21, 10 and 6. And Nathan Marshall with 15 points, 10 assists and 6 rebounds as well.
Werribee used a 27-8 opening quarter to get the best of Hume. Daniel Herbert, 24 and 8. Bailey Kirkman with 16 for the Broncos. And finally, Casey, too good for Bendigo at home.
Yeah, Hunter Marks with 24 points and 5 rebounds. He actually got on the floor for their state champ team as well, which is great to see in the last few minutes.
Certainly getting some good development out there. Let's look at Moulton Victorian Youth Championship Women. There's some scores. Melbourne and Ringwood was extremely tight all the way through. Melbourne, the victors by 1.
Yeah, Laura Hamilton with 9 seconds to go drilled a 3, win the game. Heavenly Valenti with 15 points and 8 rebounds to lead Melbourne as well. Great effort from Michaela Miller and Rachel Watson for Ringwood as well.
Knox got the better of Hawthorn. Megan Hedge had 16. Bravington, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Good win for Knox, actually.
Yeah, a nice strong win for Knox over Hawthorn. Has looked pretty good to start the season. Hawthorn made a nice run at this. I was at this game. They made a nice run to try and cut the deficit down, but Knox, timeout, came back out, executed a couple of possessions and put the game away.
Diamond Valley, certainly a team on the rise and a team not to take your eyes off. 39-point winners over Hume City.
Yeah, Hume only shot it at 19% from the field. There's not too much you can do. Is that a 20-0 fourth quarter?
Yeah, unbelievable. A couple of big quarters there. 23-5 in the opening quarter. 20-0 in the last. Shana Ayres had 18 for the Eagles. Bulleen and Altona, this was a close game, but Altona got the win by 10 on the road. Jess Rarity, 13 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals and 4 blocks. She did it all.
Yeah, it's a fair game over there. Alicia Casey did her best for Bulleen with 14 points.
Warrandyte's had a tough time coming up into VYC Women, taking another loss to Bendigo on the road this time.
Yeah, they lost by 14 points, double digits again. Bendigo getting the job done at home. They're pretty tough to beat over there. Danielle O'Toole with 19 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And Macadone with 18 points and 6 rebounds for Warrandyte.
She had a great start to the season, has Danny O'Toole for the Braves. Ballarat just fell short to Kilsyth at home by 6 in OT. Taylor Black, she's got the scoring bug.
Yeah, 28 points on the weekend. Tori Chandler with 26 for Ballarat as well. 7 rebounds and 6 assists to go along with that.
I mentioned Diamond Valley. They backed it up with another win over Kilsyth on the road by 7. Taylor Black, 14. Amelia Smith, 14 points and 9 rebounds. The Eagles nearly coughed it up in the last quarter. They managed just 3 fourth quarter points.
Yeah, that you can't get much of a contrast between fourth quarters, outscoring your team 20-0 and then only scoring 3 yourself. But one highlight for Diamond Valley early this season, you're saying they're looking strong. It's really well spread around the whole team.
Absolutely. Dandenong and Knox, we don't have a final score available as yet, but as we mentioned, if you've been to that game, let us know, send it in. Nuttawading got the best of Bulleen by 2 points off the back of Keely Frawley and Sarah Slater.
Yeah, with 18 seconds to go, Keely Frawling drills a 3. She had 11 and 13 on the game. For Bulleen, Alicia Casey with 21 points and 6 assists.
A little bit thin at the moment are the Boomers. Sandringham defeated Hawthorn by 18 on the road.
Yeah, a new addition to the Hawthorn team, Claudia Armato with 22 points. Jasmine Simmons with 24 points for Sandringham. They got the job. They're going to look good this season.
And just finally, Altona, too good for Waverley off a big second quarter. Destiny Liu and Jess Rarity, the best of the bunch there. Let's take a look at our final division for tonight. VYC men with thanks to Moulton. There's some scores up on your screens. Eltham, big winners over Keilor to kick us off.
Yeah, big win for Eltham. Mitch Alouche with 11 points. BJ Simons with 10 and 11. But Eltham too strong. 17-6 fourth quarter. Mark Scherf with 14 points and 8 rebounds. Great team effort there.
Also noticed a couple of Camberwell's faithful coming off the bench for the Wildcats in Tom Clifford and the Ghouls. So
it's a big pickup. Great depth down there at Eltham so far this season.
Two very handy pickups for the Wildcats. Hawthorn was so close to the defending champs in Kilsyth, went down by 8 points.
Yeah, this is a really good sign for Hawthorn, though. You know, we said this is a great measuring stick, and Kilsyth came out and they had their big guns rolling. Mitch Dillmans with 23 points, Will McRae with 16 and 5, and Hawthorn kept it pretty tight. Lockie Vining with 21 points in only 19 minutes off the bench, I believe.
Yeah, they did. Melbourne and Ringwood went to overtime. The Tigers actually stormed home in the last quarter and then got over the top of them in the last 5 minutes off the back of Dan Kincalla's 24 points, 10 rebounds. Mason Gaze had 20. Matt Roberts, 22, the best for the Hawks. Blackburn just can't get off the blocks in VYC men at the moment.
Yeah, they've been competitive so far, though. I feel like a win is around the corner. Dylan Dunstan with 23 points, and Bull Neop has had a good start to the season. He had 27 and 5 rebounds in that game.
Now, Knox went down to McKinnon by 1 point on the weekend. Malik Munier, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Luke Payenborg for McKinnon, 16 points. Daniel Babajo had 12 points and 13 rebounds. Now, I know very well that you may have been out at this game, and there's a little bit of story behind it.
Well, McKinnon made a crazy run towards the end of the game. Knox looked like they had it in the balance with about 2 or 3 minutes to go, and McKinnon pressed and got a couple of steals, and there was a turnover with about 6 or 7 seconds to go. I think Malik Munier got stripped, and McKinnon went the other way and got fouled at the rim. And the foul was called, and then the clock went to 0. And then there was still 0 on the clock when the free throws were being shot. Does that mean that the foul was committed with 0 on the clock, or should there have been time on the clock? I'm not sure.
Well, there you go. McKinnon got the job done by 1 point off those free throws. Moving on, though, Sherbrooke and Sandringham went to OT as well. A couple of OT games in this division. Malik Barr, 23 points, 11 rebounds. Nodia Odigier, 18 points, 8 rebounds. A trio of steals and blocks. Got the goods over Sandringham. That's a pretty good win for the Suns.
Yeah, for Sandringham, Cameron Taylor with 29, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I think he made blue carpet, but that's a huge win for Sherbrooke over Sandringham.
We can tell you Bulleen did defeat Altona. However, no statistics available as of yet. Knox got the best of Dandenong on the road.
Yeah, we were saying how loaded Dandenong might be this season, but it appears that a lot of their top players will be playing Siebel this year, so this lineup might be closer to what we're going to be seeing the rest of the year. We could see a few stars drift back in.
Jake Tranter had 17 and 9 for the Rangers. Liam Hannafin, 18 for Knox. Kilsyth, 10-point winners over Melbourne. Mitch Dillermans had a big weekend, 24, 5 and 6 dimes for him. Jordan Adnam, 22 points. As did Mason Gaze, actually, 14 points and 6 rebounds for the Tigers. And to finish it all off, Nuttawading defeated Sherbrooke off the back of Michael Casson.
Yeah, we saw them get over the top by 4 points. Casson with 19 points and 9 rebounds. Odigier continued his good weekend with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Going back to Kilsyth, Mitch Tillmans, what a start to the season for him.
Yeah, that he is certainly, Craig. And Kilsyth are rolling like it's still season 2017, where they won the championship. That's Youth League wrapped up for round 2. Tomorrow night, we wrap up the seniors. That is Tuesday night on Big V TV. We hope to see you then.